It's starting. Hello, lurkers. Hello, you archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm having a not-for-broadcast adventure. Hello, brother. I'm starting to enjoy the cold open where I leave the mic on for a tiny bit. It's a very weird, like, series of noises they keep repeating. I started this during Project 99, which is where I tried to play 99 games over 99 days in a row, apart from there was a large gap like halfway through that, but whatever. I've been meaning to go back, but this is like 100 gigs, this game, so I have to like specifically leave space on the computer for it. Jog on. Let's send this snail away. And we'll go into the game in just a second. I am. Thank you for the subscription. Blimey. No more adverts for you. Ooh. That'll get me more emotes as well. I need to add more. Well, you've got. It's been ages since I've seen that little symbol. Yeah. I need to add more of those symbols for more months. Because there's at least one person who's like 18 months in. But thank you very much. This is a British game. It means it's indie. It's about you've been forced into to work for a news station, and you get to make sort of little choices about how certain news stories are played. But mostly it's spinning plates. You'll see.
We're still vassal slaves. We're just in prettier cages.
Let's play. Campaign. Me, yes, the John tent. Day 15. There's also these visual novel aspects. We'll see. I need to replace some of those snails. Day 8. Oh no, it's not day 8. We literally just read it's day 15. A late night. You arrive home after a long shift to find a note waiting for you on the countertop. You recognise Sam's hurried scrawl. Chris has been evicted for not paying rent. You know where this is headed. Our broke-ass poor, otherwise known as BAP. BAP. Sam's, it's not all, I guess. There's an actual game in here as well. Sam's gone to pick up Chris's stuff from the street. Don't wait up. Underlined twice. This is your fault now, is it? You so-called pressed play on the cheap horror film you were going to watch together. You used to absolutely terrify you as a kid, but makes the two of you laugh. It's not the same about Sam, but you still chuckle to yourself occasionally. Just as you get to the good bit, the part where Candy decides to investigate alone, your 14-year-old son interrupts. He wants to go to a friend's house. He looks at you in a way only a child can, pleading but somehow defiant. Yeah, he can go, as long as you're home by 11. Pretend child. Clearly surprised, he practically races out the door. You doze in front of the movie, waiting up for his return. You start to wake at the sound of TV static. It's gone midnight. There's no sign of Charlie or Sam. I am tired and in a bad mood. Trust Charlie. He'll be home soon. I'm fucking marching over there. It's one night. It's got to start taking responsibility for his own decisions sometime. What's the worst that can happen? How old is Charlie? I should have probably checked this. A call from school. Your family answering machine crackles into life. I sense this exists because the game would be too short otherwise. Because it's all video clips. Who could be calling you and your spouse? What? Who could be calling while you and your spouse were at work? Good afternoon, this is a message from the Winston family. It's Miss Smith calling regarding your son, Charles. A tinny old woman goes on. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for it, but he hasn't been in school today. We haven't heard from you that he was absent. Oh no! I'd like to remind you that we do require all absences to be authorised in advance, or in exceptional circumstances for parents to ring first thing in the morning. Please see it doesn't happen again. Thank you. Goodbye. Someone has some explaining to do. Did he come home? Because if he's missing, we should call the police. A tight Christmas. You can't help but crack a smile. I'm sure he's fine. It seems like he's fine then. As you look around the table, with broke-ass poor, how can we have all these presents in this fucking fire place? We're not broke-ass poor. This person has more money than I do. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are... Look how fucking big this place is. A kid's pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You did always have a soft spot for Christmas. You're sitting at the head of the table now, your dad's place. It's been a tense afternoon, everyone can feel it. It's the first time you've seen Chris since you refused to part with your passport. It's a big change for Sam. The two siblings used to be inseparable. Christmas is usually such a nice time of year. Oh, it is, I guess, the 90s. We're broke-ass poor in the 90s, which is not the same as being broke-ass poor 30 years in the future. The clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard, as I should have written that in the description, as Chris stares pointedly at you. You having a nice Christmas, Grandma? Make a toast! You stand and raise your glass. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad we're all here. The murmurs of tears, much clinking of glasses. Clink! This one is plastic and does not make the noise I would have liked it to make. That is too hot. Chris doesn't move. Yeah, we're all here. No thanks to you. Chris, says Sam. Come on now, it's Christmas. Can't put that behind us. Sam's right, let's try and enjoy ourselves. Chris turns away from you, taking frustrations out on cheap cut of roast chicken. Your daughter Susie seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me, you chuckle. Sounds familiar. I'm not going to like this, am I, you joke? Susie rolls her eyes. You know me and my friends are planning on going travelling this year. Susie begins innocently. Well, I was hoping you'd help me with the money. She's interrupted by Chris, who makes a derisive snort. Wouldn't hold your breath, Susie. Not known for your generosity, are you, Alex? Fuck off, Chris. I don't have that option. Sorry, it's been a while. Chris, who I think is your brother in this game, asked for a passport so he could escape the country because of the new rules in the government. You're not having my fucking passport, no. And he's taken that personally. I will ignore him though. Smell like my daughter. We'll see so many parts of the world and learn so much about other cultures. So, Susie gushes. You sound know your voice. You know money's really tight now that Susie's grandma's staying here. We just don't have that kind of money, Susie. But please, Harriet's parents are helping her. I mean, this is a more reasonable request than the passport. I'm just... Alright, fine. We'll find a way to make it work. Sam interrupts. Sorry. Were you going to consult me on this, or were you... Ah, no! This kid's just going to carry on identity. I wasn't given the fucking choice! You feel your cheeks flush red and turn away so Chris can't see. You know you haven't been the most attentive lately, but this rebuke seems harsh. Sam exhales and seems to brighten. Luckily for someone, I agree. This is a great opportunity, and I'm sure we'll find the money somewhere. Sam isn't looking at you. Charlie excuses himself awkwardly as you start to clear plates in silence. You had a nice birthday, Pat. Your mother chimes in cheerfully. Merry fucking Christmas! That seemed fine. Can I play the computer game now, though? Welcome Windfall. You're leafing through a pile of accumulated post. Each new bill pulls on your gut like a lead weight until a flash of blue makes you pause, recognizing the teal advance logo, that's the government, on the envelope. You tear it open. Dear Winston residents, thank you for sending us your passports for approval. We can now confirm the receipt and validation of the new asset and wealth redemption scheme. Hopefully. Oh, so we have like a mega socialist government. So like, if you are too rich in this country, they will take your money away and give it to other people, like kind of forcefully. You can now confirm the receipt and validation for these new assets and wealth. So your brother was a well-off person who wanted to escape this. Hopefully this will make the last of month's arguments with Sam worth it. Receipt validation for new yeah. As such, it is our pleasure to enclose a check, which we hope you see as a symbol not only for our gratitude to you, but for our unwavering commitment to creating a society free of inequality. I mean, it might be an evil government, but I can't like go in knowing that. And the throbbing of your flesh, speed-induced paper cut is the only reason you can believe you're awake. A check, and a sizable one of that, because his right advance really are redistributing wealth. Continue to strive for betterment of this nation and the people. Forwards together, Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. The weight of your financial burdens lessens slightly. It's bliss. What is money? Can I play the computer game now, though? Long weekend. Why does the zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. I'm not worrying every day. Every year you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been fucking lies. You've been looking forward to it for ages. Finally getting some time alone together. We can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. The zip finally gives up the battle and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. Look at them. They've got an upstairs and a down. I know it's an entire family, but still. The answering machine is blinking on the hall table. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Boseman, calling to inform you that we will be required to work this weekend. My heart sinks. Information has come to light concerning the rising tensions between our nation and foreign powers. The National Nightly News team will be working around the clock to ensure we break the story first. Needless to say, I will expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 AM sharp. Pleasant evening, Alex. Shock turns to annoyance and then fury. What are you going to tell Sam? Sam comes downstairs brimming with excitement. She's the most excited she's ever been. Her heart would totally break if you told her that something bad has happened. Kissing you to grab the car keys from the dish. Time to load your bags into the back. Ignore the message. You need the weekend. The actual answer, which I'm not being, is to talk to Sam about this and then have a fucking conversation about what would the best option be, right? I don't have that as an option. The game already cheated me out of a conversation with Sam at Christmas. I haven't forgotten, game, you cheeky fuck. Why am I making this decision? This is clearly both of us' decision. Okay, I'm assuming going into work isn't the gameplay. Okay, we spent extra money. I know we gained. Apologize profusely to your spouse, but you really should go into work. Possible Tempest legendary. It's the cowardly option, but you sigh heavily. You're going to go, aren't you? The voice makes you whip around. You nod simply. Of course, your heart's too much to expect you to put your family first for once. God forbid! I know. I don't know why I bother, Alex. I really don't. With that, Sam's gone. Why couldn't I? I've had a conversation, and then I could have gauged how likely. Why can't I use some sort of comfortable now? Some sort of feedback. Front door swings slightly in the silence. A permission slip. I swear there's a game in this. Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? You're an active member of the team. Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the advanced go-getters today. Forward together. Doesn't sound like the youth club he told you about. Telegrams fly from you and thrusts a form in your hand. So I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us home after. So you won't have to do anything. It seems really narky, but again, I'm going to ignore warning signs and be like, no, it's fine. You signed the permission slip if you signed to join the advanced go-getters. The son is thrilled. It's heartwarming to see him so passionate about becoming an active part of the community. This can only be a good thing. going to become a member of the Stasi. Free ticket. Some guys at work gave them to me. They can't go. Sam stands in front of you brandishing 2 tickets. You see the title in bold letters. Alan James is right in front of you. Really unsure. What do you think? Ah, fuck that. He's an Alex Jones type. No, fuck off. I don't think so. This guy's a nutjob. I'm sorry, you say, but I can't sit through any more of this. His crap. Sam burst into fits of laughter. Thank God, I was worried they were going to say yes. Why do I make all the decisions, Sam? You decide and stay in and eat pizza. Alan James isn't worth your time. No. A profitable partnership. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the post sorted into piles as Sam has taken to doing lately. Most of it is the usual rubbish. So why didn't she throw away? But a letter of the increasingly familiar advanced logo and urgent respond immediately is plastered on the front of correspondingly urgent red font grabs your attention. Best to get it over with. Dear Winston residents, this letter is to inform you that the advanced government has taken enough step towards the fight for equality by nationalising the largest private corporations and redistributing the resources among the citizens of this great country. The Partnership Bonds Programme ensures the wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. You don't remember this being in the manifesto? Yeah. Every household... Oh, am I in Fight Club where I'm just asleep all the rest of the time? Every household will become a partner in one of the carefully selected institutions chosen by Advance for consistent high performance and financial security. Do you know Disco Elysium? Because this plot point is in Disco Elysium, where because and Disco Elysium is also satire, but it's not, and it's made by communists. Disco Elysium is amazing, but it's also like Disco Elysium is an RPG about you're a cop trying to solve a crime, but you've got amnesia. Oh no! But like, you're not just any cop. You are the loseristy sack of shit cop alcoholic on the planet. Like, you don't have amnesia because somebody bopped you on the head. You have amnesia because you drank and took so much drugs that your entire life has disappeared. You don't know how the world works. So you go into the game not really knowing what even the setting is, like how realistic it is. Like, you can sort of gather that this is a version of France in the 80s. And mainly because there's like a strike and it's a lorry strike and you're like, cool, we're in France. But you don't know your name, and like you tell your cop partner this, and he's like, yeah, but we still have a self-care. But like, the way you interact with the world is you get to just sort of aggressively talk about politics to everyone. And so like, you will have these thoughts. And once you have enough thoughts of the same type, your brain will be like, hey, I think you should be a communist. But like, it's not just that, because I've forgotten one of the gimmicks. You're insane as well. So like, your stats, instead of being like strength or like speed, agility, are all these really weird categories. One of them is knowledge, which isn't so weird, but some of them is like police intuition. I'd need the screen up to describe it. I'd even be tempted, I'm going to click off screen. Disco Elysium skills. Because they're all these really cool drawings. I might actually have to put them on the screen. Okay. Gonna cut that bit out. can't be a web P. It won't. I don't think it'll work. But sorry about this. I want to show it off. And also, this game has decided not to begin. Right, so these are the skills in Disco Elysium. So it's like logic, encyclopedia, rhetoric, drama, conceptualization. There's like, you can't really see because it's a circle. But you do have 4 stats, which I'll just look on the internet for, Rav. Intellect, psyche, physique, and motorics. But here's the thing. These are all people you can talk to. Whenever you have a conversation, sometimes your empathy or sometimes your authority will be like, you're bigger than him. It doesn't matter if he says no. You're bigger than him and you can make him do the thing. And you can be like, no, authority, I don't want to. No, you're bigger than him. And then like your encyclopedia will be like, hats were invented in the 20s. This encyclopedia is consistently funny because it's never ever useful. Like I had it leveled up really high, and all it does is give you intrusive thoughts. It just like you'd be like, there's a bullet hole in the wall, and it will just sort of tell you like about the history of guns, and you're like, cool, does this tell me anything about the weapon? No. And like it's sometimes like your shivers, by the way, that's a really cool skill. It's in the 3rd row. It's just sort of like your psychic knowledge of the village. And if you level it up, suddenly you're seeing visions of the entire, village, of the entire city. And it just goes on for ages. There's so much writing, but it's all really good. I cannot, stress how just, excellent the writing is in that game. But, so when you, if you say enough, socialist or communist stuff, you just get this really funny thing about your brain going, hey, we should adopt communism. And it says the joke is do you want to murder anyone that has pennies in their pockets? It's like, no, that seems really excessive. Whatever, become a communist. And then you have to think about, you have to set an hour in game time to just consider this idea. And you're like, yeah, I could save the world with communism. And no one's ever thought of it before. And when you do that, you go, oh, now you're just really sad because you haven't figured out how to save the world, but you just realize why it's so broken and you can do nothing about it. Good luck. And it's like, it's just, and it will give you little stat bonuses on stuff. But you're ostensibly trying to solve a murder mystery, but really it's just this crazy simulator. But I highly recommend. It's really good. But it will do satire on all of the politics, but it's written by communists. So all the socialist satire is sort of done in itself, which is probably why it's quite good. This game, I won't lie, comes across as quite broad in its satire, but I think that's also on purpose with the acting as well. You'll see it's all very 90s. But yeah, and also I want a book with all these drawings in. Oh yeah, I'll tell you. I enjoy that I've paused this game to talk about a different game. But at the start of the game, I picked stats. Let's go back to the... I wanted high intellect and... because I wanted to be a Poirot, right? And so I had low physique and high intellect and then medium the other 2 stats. And what happened was... because you wake up basically naked in your underpants in a room, in a hotel room that's been trashed by you, not remembering how this happened. And your tie is on the fan above. And it turns out if you only have 1 health, you will, the act of taking the tie down gives you a heart attack and you immediately die. And that's when you're like, oh, this is what type of game Disco Elysium is. Don't fucking have your stats that low. You will die. You will have you can have a heart attack. You can quit the force due to panic attacks and stuff like that. It's very, very funny. You are constantly wildly inappropriate to people. And the only time, at some point, it's it's on YouTube. I will say though, a year later, there were two things. A year later, they remade the game and added more voices to it, and now it's a fully voiced game. I had to fucking read through all that shit. There's quite a lot of voices in that game, but like, the second thing is that company had a weird falling out, and the people that actually wrote the game were fired, and it's sort of deeply ironic because it was all done for corporate reasons. So there's just like this weird air about that game as well. But yes, I would actually my favorite thing about that game is you're essentially sort of taking a personality test through it as well. By the end of the game, you're called out on all your actions in the same way Monkey Island does. And it's quite good at reading you as a person, to the point that when you watch reviews of it, some people will complain, oh, it's just sort of geared at this type of person. And I'm like, no, if you watch separate reviews, it's actually quite good. And some of it is that it's just written quite well in that it kind of hits other people. And some of it is, oh, no, it's tracking slightly more than you think it might. But that's all I'll say about that game, because I'm playing this game. Oh, the actual reason I brought it up is because you do meet communists in that game. And like you meet basically there's a big dispute between this union leader of this company and his essentially rival, a neoliberal rich, like not a politician but not of another business owner, and they're essentially boss fights in terms of like politics and conversations, but everyone in that company has a share because of the union man. And he's such a dickhead, that guy. But also, because of my politics, I was just sort of forced to agree with him, even though I knew he was a crook. Because him and his brother just keep switching. And it's just like, fuck. The game does a really good job of me going, she's really likable, but I genuinely don't agree with her politics, and I have to go with this guy. God damn it. But like, yeah. And I'm curious... I would love to see how a fascist plays that game. Not like, I wouldn't want to watch a fascist play that game because that'd be fucking awful. I'd like to watch somebody do a fascist run, but I don't have the heart to try it because like that sounds like a horrible experience. But like, you can become a fascist in there. There's a racist guy. There's 3 racists guy. Yeah, I don't particularly want to watch fascist YouTubers, but you know what I mean. But in the game, like there's I won't talk about him anymore, but like all the ideologies are like covered, and you can, if you think about them, the implication is that the main character has all this in his head already. Like he can go any direction. He's considered all these viewpoints. But yeah, it's a wonderful game. Just like there's lots of like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. I can't kind of stress it enough. Please note all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be returned. Okay, every household in the part will become a partner in one of the carefully selected institutions chosen by advance for consistent high performance and financial security. Please note all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the following. So there's EOP, either the beholder incorporated with its cosmetics, clothing or culture, distributing all our customers. That's red for some reason. Neil's Deals Limited, it's always been a steal from Crazy Neil. Or Pleasure Court, business is your pleasure, from sports travel, even just your time. You can't say pleasure without leisure. I don't know, this just seems like a roll of the dice, doesn't it? I was thinking that one though, because never mind that that's an evil eye. Like that's holidays, isn't it? So I feel like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna go with that one. Thank you for making your selection. Again, should have consulted Sam, but whatever. Sometimes splurging. Please return this form using the envelope provided. You'll receive a report from the partnership in 3 to 6 working months. Seems even in advance can't defeat the quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. Buddy, they just gave you loads of free money. The future of this nation is a partnership forward together, Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. I'm assuming there's going to be a turn at some point. Which influence could you have? Also, is there a game in this? I know there is. I'm just curious. I didn't realise the visual novel aspects were ooh, a loading screen. That's a good sign. But quite so long. The Tempest. Here we are. They also made a VR version of this game, and apparently it's rubbish. Like it's broken or something. I cannot remember how to play this game. Oh dear. So this requires the keyboard. So this is the actual meat of the game.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other two, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break.
Second break.
Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that weather looks nasty.
Okay, so we need to add that, or we could refuse, right? For reasons.
Over you.
I don't know why I talked to you.
It probably is a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality have any
Bricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
I don't know how to start.
I'm Jeremy Johnson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
I'm cooperative.
How do I start the thing? It's been a while since I played this. Might want to play the tutorial. Alright, I'll figure out. I'll turn the power. There's a play button. I think I have to click the feeds buttons. How's my cup of tea?
Getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the so read those tape labels carefully.
We want to do the pleasure one.
The second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show.
Alright, this is just me blatantly.
It's nasty.
Yeah, I gotta press like feed one, don't I?
Steve. Why are all men such pricks?
That one, eh?
Apparently he has a complicated relationship with his fate.
No.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talked to you.
It probably is a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality have any slip out?
Bricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Johnson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of
So I chose the symbol as well.
Could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem while they wait for rescue from above ground. I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
It might seem amusing to us, but clearly this formerly overprivileged section of our society is not adjusting well to the new future. It's often too easy to forget that not every citizen is thriving under advance.
Fallen angel? notorious addict Johnny Handsleeve seems to have reached a new low in his battle with booze, as this recent picture reveals.
Johnny's star certainly lacks its former glow these days, with public concern over his mental and physical health growing at an alarming rate.
Let's hope that the team at the Gentle Touches Rehabilitation Centre can help Johnny get back to his former glory. Johnny's family have asked for privacy during this difficult time. We'll have reporters at the clinic around the clock, so you don't miss a thing.
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Rimington's Fist CEO Sophia Rimington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are skeptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal responsibility for contraception, but others have expressed concerns over its safety and side effects.
With that exclusive Prime Ministerial interview
what's
coming
this?
up later,
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual sportboard final.
you won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Oh fuck. Shit, I can't remember the controls to this. Fuck. Oh, I really should have done the tutorial again. How do I control this?
First tonight, after the Christmas horror.
Oh, there we go. It's too late now. Alright, I'm gonna restart this checkpoint. Sorry, there's gonna be a little bit of repeating. Oh, I'm gonna pick the same options as well, annoyingly enough. I think that's the last thing that I'll fuck up on.
The adverts loaded. I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other two, so read those tape labels carefully. But make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that was...
And also I can change the volumes if I want. I can see now.
Oh, how's it going with Steve?
Why are all men such pricks?
That one, eh?
Apparently he has a complicated relationship with his fish.
No.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talk to you.
It probably just a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime
So this is the
Ministers
countdown to
Julia
that.
Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious
These represent these
symbol
four.
might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seems
So you have to
likely
mix up.
attempt to farm the
If you stay on one person for too
while they
long,
wait for
the audience
rescue
gets
from
bored as
above
well.
ground. I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
It might seem amusing to us, but clearly this formerly overprivileged section of our society is not adjusting well to the new future. It's often too easy to forget that not every citizen is thriving.
I don't actually know how to play.
Fallen angel, notorious addict Johnny Handsleeve seems to have reached a new low in his battle with booze, as this recent picture reveals.
Johnny's star certainly lacks its former glow these days, with public concern over his mental and physical health growing at an alarming rate.
Let's hope that the team at the Gentle Touches Rehabilitation Centre can help Johnny get back to his former glory. Johnny's family have asked for privacy during this difficult time. We'll have reporters at the clinic around the clock, so you don't miss a thing.
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Rimington's Fist CEO Sophia Rimington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are skeptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal responsibility for contraception, but others have expressed concerns over its safety and side effects.
With that exclusive Prime Ministerial interview coming up later,
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual sportboard final.
you won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Here we go. So what's cool is, yeah, you can see what the newscasters are doing still, and you can put it on the screen if you really want.
First tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock, like so many of those affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time since the tragedy. Tonight, he talks to us.
Before we go to the interview, however, this station would like to issue a full and frank apology for any part we may have played in the tragedy. We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. Without our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy,
Oh, that was my fault.
upwards of 8,000 casualties, might have been averted.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're sorry.
In future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Tadlock and their 7-year-old son, Timothy. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all, after what you lot did. Irresponsible. I mean, whose idea was this anyway?
It's all right. Wasn't your fault. As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread carefully. I'm going to speak to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy. Can you see me?
Mummy, who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
And you be careful now, it upsets him to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy, can you tell us what happened to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already. He smelled like love.
Ah, yes, that'll be the fur, scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm, like our cat, before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
Bloody cat had a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend." But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here, and she can't be for just $89.99. And then it's the general error. 41.
And is that when he burst into flames?
Look careful.
And then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his real action eyes is now permanently embedded in your cheek?
Yes. When I took him in at night, it glows through bandages. I know it's under there.
Staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes. And with his glasses, that's 5.
It's too many eyes, Robin.
And what's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds very traumatic.
Oh,
Do you have nightmares?
All right, that's quite
you,
enough of
Timmy?
you two coming in here with your camera, trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had your
normal
questions,
again?
and now look. Oh, you've made him cry with all three of his eyes. Calm down, you're excited.
Do you think your parents will ever really love you again?
Right, that's it. Enough. Come on, Nick.
I'm happy, Mr. Tadlock.
Your poster, your favourite poster.
Just one of the many victims of an indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation.
I'm bleeding, am I not?
Thank you, Robin, Harry, stuff.
Many questions to be answered by Sophia Remington in the coming days and months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new Advanced mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should see the mark just on the base of it there.
In the wake of the scandal, the government were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks on new products.
It certainly is good to know that someone's watching out for our families. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the sportboard finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
I found the adverts there.
Very good.
Who?
Megan,
Yes, yes.
watch your back, Jeremy. The women are coming.
I'm more worried about this water dripping on my head.
Alex, Bozeman, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sportsboard final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
I've got a sensor button there. Oh yeah, I guess I'm actually blocking the buttons, but I've been pressing those 4 buttons behind my head.
Nut shortage to the socket screw riots of 29. This detailed guide will bring to life some of your favourite metalworking moments. Start your collection today and we'll send you the first 8 editions.
Is this the company I sponsored?
That's right, no postage, no packing. Plus you'll also receive this exclusive...
Well, that's what it says.
Yes, I understand that, but I always say welcome back.
I think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you do. I've got one hack line.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's something wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed it?
Want to see us fry? It's good for the ratings.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, sportsboard. Patrick?
That's right, Megan, you join me live here from the final of the first annual Sportsboard Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Eddie Striker. She's the more experienced of our 2 players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the Lanky Hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on. Striker go first. Striker, of course, first to start, as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brain. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to Striker for shots number 3. All right. Shots number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing under her legs. Not bad if you ask me.
Not sure I quite understand this sport.
To Harris. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Bit of business with the ref. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Football. Move back.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris.
Yeah. There's been a few of these.
But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large.
Second round, striker to play. Harris.
Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. Apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow. Because it's quite an eyesore, and women's bodies, yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harris absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that a fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the heats. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, the boys said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves, 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington Fish.
On my whistle.
Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. He's running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket has been knocked over!
Not the bucket!
I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Final poses. Ball boy cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these 2 players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Thank you.
Damn you, science.
Not bad. So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on there. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. I'm all right, ladies. Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket.
Oh, they're trying not to throw it into the bucket. Sorry, I've only just quite figured out the rules.
And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but, of course, perhaps... And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play.
Excellent.
Look at her face.
Look how strategic they're being.
What a mud. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. So, here we go. Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, this is a mess now. I don't know what I can be doing about this. mean, they're sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much you can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. Nonsense is going on here. Yes.
We want our money.
Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters.
Yeah, I have to also censor swear words.
Oh, jog on!
This is the mine round.
It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris, a really good going at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport.
Hold.
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting, juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on.
Illegal spit.
From Striker. But she's in it to win it.
Harris's ball.
On it like a car bonnet. On it like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual Sportsboard Championship is everyone!
We're all winners! Yay!
Including me as my 15th win in the Sportsboard Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals. They're 6th and 7th respectively. And thanks again for watching the Sportsboard Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all that's left to say, Jeremy, is
that was weird.
You're in the studio.
Patrick Bannon had an extraordinary final.
Historic sportsboard, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Oh, yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages. That's coming.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shocked me. Where's that sound guy?
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm wearing you down.
Postman again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous. Now, I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions. Postman out.
We seem to have sprung a leak. Well, several, actually.
We're going to need a whole new lining up there. Triple C.
We'll look into it.
Minister, it's so good to see you again.
Miss Wolf, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right. Peter Clement.
Megan Wolf.
Okay, well, I'm curious. I was curious. Oh, you can't see, but like, there's like shocks on these as well.
Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, Pet.
Carried out efficiently and compassionately.
Is your seat down?
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine.
Have you had a little accident?
Cheeky cow.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. welcome to the National Nightly News Run, Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whinges most, you know.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
So much dripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, Ben. He's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yep, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
Much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera?
Oh,
Ben?
it's coming forward.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He had to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. He were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope. 3 days later, he were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half-time.
That sounds...
It was awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't. Oh, she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they've run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
Just giving me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think I fried my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
No, yes. Sorry. My apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry. I've got sapped again. Can I get a little bit of help here? Please.
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
That one was massive. Right, no, this bastard's coming off.
The older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... With a rusty twat.
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe you've yet to be in office a year.
Oh, Megan, we're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you both so much for being here. Jeremy, for being here.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the sportsboard final. We'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
Do you suffer from benign...
So they just... I don't suppose there's any way this could be a good...
Did I lose?
It's my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I saw the leak.
Broadcast complete. New challenge has been unlocked. Segment grade E. E, I did amazing. Lies. Sequence B. Sequence C. Sequence E. Oh, fuck, I'll take it. Received your full wages. Card wealth, sometimes splurging. Shares, PC. Alright, so... Fair enough. I probably don't want to ruin all these companies financially, because I happen to be with those guys. It's a bit weird that the video editor is in charge of picking. So advanced, doing better. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. So if I want to, I can watch the broadcast again, like as the actual genuine broadcast. I can look at the, yeah, it went from 1 to 8. So like level 2 was immediately after level 1. And then it fucking took ages to get to level 3. And if I want to look at it, I'll tell you what, I'll be right back, but I'll put some adverts on.
This is Crazy Neil's extra exciting bed and crazy cushion Easter extravaganza. We're going to give you crazy bed prices. You want just a mattress? We're going to ship them. They're water damaged. And we don't mean a little light drizzle. We mean soaking. They're taking up space. This has got the crazy feel of an Easter Neil deal. We've got beds, cushions, beds with cushions, beds without cushions, beds with curtains, bedside tables, pictures you can put on your wall, cushions that when you lick them, they'll light up your life. A bed that helps you to levitate. Come on down to Crazy Neil this Easter. Don't be lazy. Let's get crazy. You want to sleep on your lawn? We've got flower beds. We have even got shrubbery. You want to sling a hammock? We'll throw in the trees for free. You need a sleeping bag? We've got men's sleeping bags, boys' sleeping bags, couples' sleeping bags you could sleep in upside down with just your feet out. We got beds you can sleep on your front, back, head. You got piles? We got cushions for miles. Michelangelo spent all his time, in fact, painting because he couldn't afford a bed. And we say we're going to come down on prices so hard they're going to look flatter than an elephant in a pancake throwing competition. It's an Easter deal with Neil appeal. You want to come down and arm wrestle me? Ah!
Why bother strengthening your body when you can strengthen your face? My name's Helena Canterbury-Boatshoe, and I'm 47. You know me from films like The Medicated, Me and My Puncture, and A Girl with a Half-Finished Cereal. And in my profession, your face can never be too strong. New Jus de Cochon will revitalize the appearance of the strength of your face's skin. We believe your skin deserves the best, so the new formula actively removes harsh chemicals from your skin. The high salt content actually pulls the dihydrogen monoxide right from your pores to give you the crisp, brittle skin you've come to expect. 41% of women we surveyed said they loved their visible flakes. And 7 out of 10 dentists would recommend it. Jus de cochon. Because we said so. Jus de cochon.
So I should probably mention dihydrogen monoxide is just water. It's just another way of saying that. That's the joke there. I'm almost done. I'll put another advert on.
From the iconic A2 stainless steel posi drive wood screw to the M1 2mm slotted countersunk screw, the joy of screws is your key to a world of sticky fixings. Start collecting today and celebrate the nation's most well-known and best-loved pieces of hardware with your copy of the Joy of Screws. Every week, you'll add another exclusive fastener to your collection, like the flathead self-flanging bump screw, the 4mm Hexaflex mushroom bolt, the self-locking long-life round-head roofing tack, and that's only the beginning. The Pan Phillips slotted head washer washing nut, the M25 3mm finishing pin, the cast iron hexagonal fixing screw, and many more. Every week, alongside your ironmongery, you'll get this in-depth companion magazine, charting the highs and lows of DIY history. From the Canterbury nut shortage to the socket screw riots of 29, this detailed guide will bring to life some of your favourite metalworking moments. Start your collection today, and we'll send you the first 8 editions with no postage or packing. That's right, no postage, no packing. Plus, you'll also receive this exclusive little bit of drill bit absolutely free. So, what are you waiting for? Start collecting today. With week 10, you'll receive this screwdriver handle, the Joy of Screws, the only complete collection of real, authentic, genuine reproduction screw replicas. Collection is for display purposes only. The items are ornamental replicas and not for use with wood, metal, masonry, or any other physical surface. Terms and conditions apply. See issue 42 for details.
Right, I've returned. I forgot to put this up, but whatever. I'm going to keep that all in as well, because why would I take it out? Let's keep going, shall we? But yeah, there's adverts from... Yeah, there's Mr. Snugglehugs. Did I put that on? Oh yeah, there's the Advanced Go-Getters as well. Cool. Oh, Mr. Hamsleeves didn't go well. Let's continue.